Tonight, Pacific Islands Foreign Ministerial Contact Group rounds up talks. Toddler dies in afternoon fire. And youth discuss trade unionist rights in a democracy. A family is tonight mourning the loss of a 6-month-old toddler who died in a fire this afternoon. The incident occurred around 2:30 in Kinoya. Contents of this 3-bedroom house were completely destroyed. The National Fire Authority is still investigating the cause of the fire. The authority is once again pleading for people to maintain good housekeeping practices. The Pacific Islands Foreign Ministerial Contact Group today recognized the very substantial progress made by Fiji to hold elections this year. In a press conference held by the ministers this afternoon, the group indicated that this may be their last visit as MCG to the country.
We've welcomed the work that's been done. We've reaffirmed our commitment to ongoing support as that process goes forward.
The ministerial group acknowledged that the road back to elections could be challenging and demanding.
It's that in relation to both the election rules and the appointment of the election supervisor, we were given very strong assurances by the Attorney General that those matters would be dealt with imminently. So we were satisfied with his response.
The Pacific Islands Forum Ministerial Contact Group has concluded its 2-day visit to Fiji. In what began with an anticipated meeting with Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama, the meeting was also an avenue for Australia to re-engage.
Well, here I am. Do I look Fijian?
The lighter part of a string of meetings as members of the Pacific Islands Forum Ministerial Contact Group were hosted to a cocktail last night. The informal affair was not an opportunity missed, as Minister for Foreign Affairs Ratuinoke Kumbombola presented a brief history since the contact group was assigned to visit Fiji 3 years ago. The first meeting, he says, took place in Auckland.
I felt ambushed by the Ministerial Contact Group. I was bombarded with all the questions whether Fiji was going to really follow our roadmap and whether we were going to really have elections in 2014.
Australia's foreign minister then asked if Ratuinoke could guarantee elections.
But here we are going towards elections by September 2014.
And as the group met with government ministers this morning, assurance from Australia.
From the conversations and observations that I've had with Australians about Fiji and Fijians about Australia is that they want us to remain close and the best of friends. And it's on that basis that I thank you for the role that you have played in enabling me to be here this weekend and also to meet with your Prime Minister.
Discussions with the Fiji government have been described as fruitful. Sherry-Ann Wilson, Fiji One News.
Ahead in the news, law enforcers awarded for their commitment. Union youth representatives from around the country met yesterday and mulled over issues pertaining to the rights of trade unionists in a democracy. The workshop was conducted by the International Labour Organization and the Fiji Trade Union Congress.
Preparing its youth leaders for the work ahead and aligning itself to the laws that govern the land when it comes to their field of work.
You can't have a democratic society without human rights. You can't have human rights without a democratic society.
Clearing the notion that politics and trade unions are two separate parties and must not be mixed, Singh says this is contrary to the roles that these two entities play in a democratic society.
And when you look at trade unions and what trade union leaders and what trade union officials do, they represent workers. So they do basically come hand in hand. And if you look around Fiji's history, every political party is affiliated with a union or unions, and that is no secret.
He says this is relevant in Fiji, where both parties share the same interest, and that is how paramount is the worker or the citizen of the country when it comes to ensuring that their rights are adequately met and taken care of. Madhyam Bolitamana, Fiji One News.
Landlords who charge tenants garbage fees should provide details of this requirement in their tenancy agreement. The Consumer Council has received numerous complaints where tenants would charge garbage fees without prior information.
It should disclose all the information, particularly the rules or any obligation, financial obligation, to the consumers before they sign up or enter the premises.
Police officers from around the country were rewarded for their hard work in 2013 last night. Speaking to the winners, Defence Minister Choketani Dhokanasinghe says, with elections just a few months away, the force should not rest on their laurels and must continue to improve from where it is today.
This important event will be the catalyst for you to work harder and smarter this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to commend the leadership of the organisation, the sound leadership demonstrated through the efficient management of resources, maintaining best practices and adherence to policies and procedures, allowing the Fiji Police to successfully achieve key performance indicators.
26 awards were given to the officers in 4 different categories.
I urge you to regard your achievement as a springboard in development of efficiency and effectiveness as a police officer, and likewise your overall achievements in 2013 should set a platform for policing in 2014.
Stay with us, we have sports news coming up. Sevens Speedster received another award.